Sactown, what is going on? It's Sactown Pete back at it again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Happy Monday evening to everybody. Let's go ahead and talk about this article from the Sacramento Bee by Jason Anderson. It's regarding the vet Ronadive possibly pushing Monty McNair in front office and the staff on pushing a trade for Pascal Siakam and Ben Simmons. So let's dissect this article first, and then we'll talk about it. So Mr. Anderson goes on to say, General Manager Monty McNair is looking to make a major move with his eyes on some of the biggest prizes in the NBA trade market. Multiple sources tell the Sacramento Bee that the Kings have shown interest in both Ben Simmons and Pascal Siakam, the two most prominent names linked to Sacramento since the trade and free agency frenzy began. Some remain skeptical that the Kings can pull off that kind of deal, but McNair wants to make a major move as pressure to win begins build within the organization 11 months after he was hired, sources said. Talks could pick up this week with all 30 teams convening in Las Vegas, where the Kings will play the Charlotte Hornets at their Summer League opener today at the Thomas & Mackin Center. Outside the organization, there is a perception that the Sacramento Kings' new front office is already feeling the heat from Kings owner Vivek Ranadive. So, key word, feeling the heat. Mr. Anderson goes on to say, a source within the knowledge of the situation in Toronto said the Raptors are receiving numerous calls about Siakam, and team president Masai Ujiri is listening like a good negotiator. The Kings, Warriors, Clippers are said to be particularly enamored with Siakam. A trade is possible, but not likely. The source said, adding, Siakam had no desire to be moved despite the possibility of a rebuilding situation in Toronto. Raptors are at a crossroad under Ujiri, who reached a new deal Thursday to remain in Toronto as a vice chairman and president. Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry, the key pieces from the Toronto Raptors 2019 NBA championship team, are gone. Leonard, of course, signed with the Clippers in 2019. Less than a month after leading up to the Raptors over the Warriors in the NBA Finals. Lowry spent 9 seasons in Toronto, just left in a sign and trade agreement with the Miami Heat. So the deal's now tampering investigation, but now expected to void that the trade. Ujiri will just have to decide on where the Raptors go from here. Some reports suggest that Toronto may be willing to trade Siakam, 27, who is entering his second year of a 4-year, $136 million contract he is owed, $33 million this upcoming season, and $35 million in 22-23, and $37 million in 23-24. Speculation about Siakam's future of the Raptors has only intensified since Toronto selected Scottie Barnes with the number 4 overall pick in the NBA draft. Barnes is viewed as a possible long-term replacement for Siakam, but the Raptors must decide if they are still rebuilding or simply retooling a roster that still includes Van Vliet, Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Chris Boucher, and Keem Birch. Siakam is 6'9" power forward who came out of New York, Mexico State as a number 27 pick in the 2016 NBA draft. He was the NBA's most improved player in 2019, and he was an all-star and an all-NBA second team in 2020. Siakam, most improved player award after averaging 16.5 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, while raising his field goal percentage from 50 to 54% and his three-point shooting from 22 to 36%. He made another leap in 2019-2020, averaging 22 points, 7 boards, 3 assists a game. Last season he averaged 21, 7, and a career high 5 assists and 1 steal last season. He shot 29% from the range, 3-point range, and hitting 36% in 2018-19 and 35% in 19-20. Man, all this information about Siakam. This is nice to know, though. This is definitely nice to know. Siakam tore his left labrum in May, causing him to miss the rest of the season. The team says Siakam will receive 5 months to fully recover after undergoing surgery in early June. Based on the timeline, Siakam will likely miss the start of the 2021-2022 season. Something any team trying to acquire him will have to consider. And an offer from Sacramento will likely include guard Buddy Hield, Marvin Bagley, and one more future first-round picks. That might not be enough to bring the Raptors to the table, but Hield's $22 million salary and Bagley's $11 million salary aligning perfectly with that Siakam makes. The Raptors get one of the game's most prolific three-point shooters in Hield, with a descending salary structure that will pay him $20 million in 22-23, $18 million in 23-24. They would also get an opportunity to unlock the full potential of Bagley, the 22-year-old number 2 overall pick, who will be highly motivated in his final year of his rookie deal after 3 injury-plagued seasons. The Kings have missed The Kings admired in a 15-year postseason drought would improve their playoff chances with a lineup of Halliburton, Fox, Halliburton, Harrison Barnes, Siakam, and Rashad Holmes. Rashad Holmes signed to a 4-year, $46 million contract last week. Many believe the Kings would have to trade Buddy or Bagley in a salary up to clear enough to re-sign Holmes, who were probably seeking $20 million per season. Instead, Monty McNair managed to retain Holmes at a much lower figure using his early bird rights and a huge win that could allow the Kings to package Hield and Bagley together in a bigger deal to bring a more established star to Sacramento. Siakam might not be the one, but McNair is clearly trying to position himself to make a move. All right, guys. Sorry about the long article. I had to read that. I wanted to make you guys clear that this is a lot of information about Pascal Siakam, and we already know how Ben Simmons is. So, as far as this article goes, it's interesting because it feels like every time Vivek Ranadive has stepped in or has been involved in basketball operations, this team has definitely have been they've come across a setback. And the last thing I want the Sacramento Kings to do is have another setback in the midst of a retool, rebuild roster. But this one feels different. I think Vivek Ranadive is just maybe voicing his opinion since he is the owner of the Sacramento Kings, and if he's pushing for the front office to make a trade for a star like Ben Simmons or Pascal Siakam, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I honestly don't see nothing wrong with that. However, I am kind of iffy because anything that involves Vivek Ranadive, the Sacramento Kings have made some bonehead decisions evolving around Vivek Ranadive in the basketball operations. So I trust Monty McNair. I hope this is not the case that he is being pressured. I hope this is just maybe the owner coming out, Vivek coming out and saying that, hey, if Simmons or Siakam are available, do what you can to get them. So I don't want to say he's pressuring the front office, but then I get it if it's coming from a source that he is pressuring them, because let's face it, guys, a 15-year playoff drought has to end at some point, man. It has to end this upcoming season. There's just no excuses for it. I don't want to be going on 16 years after this upcoming season next year. I don't want to be in the midst of a 16-year playoff drought. This damn drought has to end. And hear me out on this. I don't want to trade De'Aaron Fox. I don't want to trade De'Aaron Fox. I don't want to trade any of our core players. If we can get Ben Simmons or Siakam packaging Buddy Hield, Bagley, and future draft picks, sign me up. I'm all for it. But see, that's the thing. Is Toronto going to be willing to part ways with Siakam, knowing the fact that you're getting Buddy Hield, Bagley, and future draft picks? Is Ben Simmons, if the Sixers are willing to part with Ben Simmons for that package, knowing the fact that you're going to get Buddy Hield, you're going to get Marvin Bagley, and you're going to get future draft picks? My point is that enough to lure in either one of these guys? Only time will tell. And I like the fact that the Sacramento Kings are being aggressive and trying to lure in one of these guys, and they're trying to get a star, and they've been linked all summer long to these names. And the end result, it would be shitty the fact that if they don't end up with either one of them, that would just be a huge blow, because I feel like this whole offseason you've been linked to getting that, adding that all-star caliber type of player next to your core. And if you fail to do that this offseason, and it is what it is, man. It really is what it is. It'd be very unfortunate if the Kings cannot pull off one of these trades to acquire either a Ben Simmons or a Pascal Siakam. People have asked me, if you guys see my videos, I'm down with either one of them. I love Pascal Siakam's offensively and defensively game. Ben Simmons, despite his offensive flaws, I love his game still. I love his all-around game. He can be a Draymond Green type of player for Sacramento, man, with his defense and his rebounding and his playmaking ability. Yes, we all know the offensive flaws, and I know the offensive flaws. He's owed a lot of money. At the end of the day, he's 24 years old. He's a 3-time NBA All-Star. He's made the all-defensive team. He plays defense, and he's and pretty much an overall good talent still. Let me know your guys' thoughts, because I'm curious to see how you guys feel about this rumor about a source coming out and saying Vivek Ranadive, the Sacramento Kings owner, is pressuring the front office to get a trade done, whether it's regarding Ben Simmons or Pascal Siakam. With that being said, Just watch summer league ball. Davion Mitchell is a stud, man. Just early impressions. He's gonna be a real one, guys. It feels nice to have a lockdown defender. He put the clamps on James Bouknight, who is the best pure scorer coming out of the draft, and boy, he shut him down. He put the clamps on Bouknight. The Sacramento Kings ended up winning 80-70 against the Charlotte Hornets. Davion looked really good offensively and defensively. He had 0 turnovers. He had about 10 points, and he just playmaked. He had a lob pass to Nehemias Keita, who looked good as well, running for a 7-footer. He runs really well on and off the court, up and down the court, should I say. And Ramsey had a good game. It's about time, Ramsey. We needed to see that. So he came away with 22 points. Metu looked pretty good as well. 16 and 10, I believe, for Metu. And overall, this is good for our young core. Our draft picks is really good for them. Summer league is always good for them. You're gonna have players out there that nobody even knows or heard of. They're gonna try to make a name for themselves. So it's good to see Davion Mitchell facilitate, play make against these defenders, and on top of that, just showing that he's definitely proven worthy of being selected at 9th overall. And his defense is crazy, man. I really do feel like Davion's defense, he's going to be on multiple NBA all-defensive teams in his career. He's a dog, man. He's a freaking dog, guys. So let me know your guys' thoughts on Davion Mitchell's first actual summer league game. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please hit the like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I said, guys, didn't mean to bore you guys with this article, but it was a great article in my opinion. I thought Jason Anderson did a fantastic job of just giving information about Pascal Siakam and why he would be a good fit for the Kings, and the fact that a source has come out and said that Vivek is pressuring the front office to get a deal done. I don't want to say I'm kind of worried. I kind of am at the same time because, like I said, as I previously mentioned, Vivek Ranadive has been involved in basketball operations in the past, and the Sacramento Kings have taken multiple steps back. So, Vivek, let Monty do his thing, man. You will be rewarded with the star eventually. Just let Monty do his thing, and I understand that you want a star, and Monty McNair, whoever the star may be, it may not be a Ben Simmons, it may not be a Siakam, it might be somebody that I'm probably not even talking about. So we'll see how it goes, guys. August, we're second week into August. We'll see what the Sacramento Kings do. They've been linked to these two names in particular all summer long. I'm hoping they get one of them. I would be really disappointed if they don't get one of them, just because they've been linked to them all summer long. It would be cool to kind of just pull the trigger and get a deal done and somehow work a deal without giving up your core players. So we'll see how it goes, man. Anything that breaks or anything that updates, I will keep you guys updated. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace.